The Batalha Monastery is a big, beautiful building that shows Portugal's history and how good they were at building. This architectural marvel stands as a testament to the skill and dedication of the Portuguese craftsmen who constructed it. The intricate details and the grandeur of the structure reflect the rich cultural heritage of Portugal. It's in the middle of Portugal, and people from all over the world come to see it because it's so big and has lots of cool details. The monastery is not just a historical site, it is a living museum that attracts historians, architects, and tourists alike. Visitors are often mesmerized by the stunning Gothic architecture, the beautiful stained glass windows, and the serene cloisters that offer a glimpse into the monastic life of the past. It's connected to a big battle called the Battle of Aljubarrota, which was really important for Portugal. This battle, fought on August 14, 1385, was a turning point in Portuguese history. It was a decisive victory for the Portuguese forces against the Castilian army, ensuring the independence of Portugal and solidifying the rule of King João I. The monastery started because King João I made a promise. He vowed to build a magnificent monastery dedicated to the Virgin Mary if he emerged victorious in the Battle of Aljubarrota. This promise was a reflection of his deep faith and his desire to honor the divine intervention he believed had helped secure his victory. In 1385, Portugal was in trouble because another kingdom, Castile, wanted to take over. The political landscape of the Iberian Peninsula was fraught with tension, and the threat from Castile was a significant challenge to Portuguese sovereignty. The stakes were incredibly high, and the outcome of the impending battle would determine the future of the nation. The Battle of Aljubarrota, which happened close to where the monastery is now, would decide what happened to Portugal. The battlefield, now a site of historical significance, witnessed the clash of two powerful armies. The Portuguese forces, led by King João I and his general Nuno Álvares Pereira, employed innovative tactics and sheer determination to overcome the numerically superior Castilian forces. King João I asked God for help and said he would build a big, beautiful monastery if they won. His prayer was answered, and the victory at Aljubarrota was seen as a divine endorsement of his rule. True to his word, King João I initiated the construction of the Batalha Monastery, which began in 1386 and continued for over a century. The monastery stands today not only as a symbol of faith and gratitude, but also as a monument to the resilience and spirit of the Portuguese people. The Battle of Aljubarrota was a huge fight. It took place on August 14, 1385, and was a defining moment in Portuguese history. The battle was fought between the Kingdom of Portugal, led by King João I, and the Crown of Castile, led by King Juan I. The stakes were incredibly high, as the outcome would determine the future sovereignty of Portugal. The Castilian army was bigger and looked like they couldn't lose. They had a well-equipped and experienced force, boasting thousands of soldiers, including knights, infantry, and archers. Their confidence was bolstered by their numerical superiority and the belief that they would easily crush the Portuguese resistance. They fought the Portuguese army near a town called Aljubarrota. The battlefield was strategically chosen by the Portuguese commander, Nuno Álvares Pereira, who used the terrain to his advantage. The Portuguese forces, though smaller in number, were highly motivated and well prepared for the confrontation. Even though it looked like they would lose, the Portuguese army won. Their victory was attributed to their strategic planning, the use of innovative tactics, and the sheer determination of the soldiers. The Castilian forces were caught off guard and suffered a crushing defeat, leading to their retreat and the end of their ambitions to conquer Portugal. They stayed independent, and a new royal family, the House of Aviz, became the rulers. King João's ascension to the throne marked the beginning of a new era for Portugal. The House of Aviz would go on to lead the country through a period of significant growth and prosperity. This win was a big change for Portugal. It solidified their independence and set the stage for future achievements. The victory at Aljubarrota was not just a military triumph, but also a symbol of national pride and resilience. It meant they were free and could become a powerful country when everyone started exploring the world. The newfound stability allowed Portugal to embark on the age of exploration, leading to the discovery of new lands and the establishment of a vast overseas empire. This period of exploration and expansion would bring immense wealth and influence to Portugal. King João I kept his promise and started building the Batalha monastery to remember the victory and thank God. The monastery stands as a testament to the bravery and sacrifice of those who fought at Aljubarrota. It remains one of Portugal's most significant historical landmarks, symbolizing the nation's enduring spirit and faith. They started building the monastery in 1386, and it took more than 100 years. Lots of different kings ruled during that time. Because it took so long to build, the monastery has a mix of building styles, which shows how things changed over time. More than 15 builders worked on the monastery, and each one added their own style. The building shows how skilled these builders were, and they made King João I's dream come true. The Batalha monastery mixes two building styles, late Gothic and Manueline. Late Gothic was popular in the 1300s and 1400s and has pointy arches, fancy roofs and lots of decorations. Manueline style started later, named after King Manuel I, who ruled from 1495 to 1521. It has decorations that look like things from the sea because Portugal was exploring the world by ship. The outside of the monastery is late Gothic, with tall towers and cool carvings. The inside mixes late Gothic and Manueline, especially in the royal cloister. The royal cloister, built in the Manueline style, shows how the Portuguese made Gothic their own. It has pretty arches, cool designs, and things that look like they came from the sea. It feels calm and peaceful. In the middle is a fountain with a cross, which shows Portugal's explorations and how important religion was to them. The monks who lived at the monastery would come here to think and pray. It's still a beautiful and peaceful place that you can visit today. The Founders' Chapel is where King João I and his wife, Queen Philippa of Lancaster, are buried. This chapel is not just a resting place, but a testament to their legacy and the era they lived in. The chapel is part of the Batalha Monastery, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, which stands as a symbol of Portugal's rich history and architectural prowess. It's next to the church and is a beautiful example of Portuguese Gothic style. The intricate designs and the grandeur of the structure reflect the artistic and cultural zenith of the time. The exterior of the chapel is adorned with detailed stonework that showcases the craftsmanship of the period. The roof looks like a star and is held up by 8 big pillars. This unique design not only adds to the aesthetic appeal, but also demonstrates the advanced engineering skills of the builders. The star-shaped roof is a marvel of medieval architecture, symbolizing the celestial aspirations of the monarchy. It feels really big and grand. The vastness of the interior space is designed to evoke a sense of awe and reverence. Walking through the chapel, one can't help but feel the weight of history and the presence of the past. The high ceilings and expansive layout create an atmosphere of solemnity and grandeur. The king and queen's tombs have lots of carvings and statues of them, which shows how rich and artistic people were back then. The detailed sculptures and ornate decorations on the tombs are a testament to the skill of the artisans and the importance of the royal couple. Each carving tells a story, capturing moments of their reign and their contributions to the kingdom. The Founders' Chapel reminds us that the kings and queens paid for the monastery and that it was a symbol of their power. This chapel is not just a burial site, but a monument to their legacy. It stands as a reminder of the influence and authority of the monarchy and their role in shaping the cultural and architectural heritage of Portugal. The chapel, with its rich history and stunning architecture, continues to inspire and attract visitors from around the world, serving as a bridge between the past and the present. The unfinished chapels, even though they weren't finished, show how big King Duarte I's dreams were. He wanted a huge tomb for himself and his family. They started building it in the 1400s, but they never finished. The coolest part is the round area with 7 chapels around it. Because the roof is open, the light and shadows make the stone carvings look even more amazing and mysterious. The Batalha Monastery is more than just a building. It shows what it means to be Portuguese, strong, artistic, and proud. It took over 100 years to build, and that shows how determined the Portuguese people are. In 1983, it became a World Heritage Site, which means it's important for everyone in the world. The monastery's story, along with the Battle of Aljubarrota, reminds us how Portugal fought for freedom and became powerful. The beautiful Gothic and Manueline styles show how talented the Portuguese builders were. The Batalha Monastery is full of history, cool buildings, and art. You can visit and feel like you've gone back in time. There's so much to see and explore. If you like history, interesting buildings, or just want to see something beautiful in Portugal, you have to visit the Batalha Monastery. It's an amazing place that will inspire you and show you what Portugal is all about.